Hello and welcome back to Hope and Homeschool. Today we're going to be talking about my 5 tips for homeschooling with a newborn. So we just had our third child 9 months ago, right at the beginning of the traditional school year. She was born in August, right when we were getting ready to start back in our homeschool groups. And basically the worst time for the school year to have a baby is when I had a baby. And so this was my first time actually homeschooling with an infant. I've homeschooled with a toddler, but this was my first time with a newborn. And so these are my 5 tips, 5 things that I learned going through this season. Number 1, you just have to chill out. You just have to relax. The beautiful thing about homeschooling versus, the traditional school is that you can be super flexible. So we homeschool year round, and I definitely use that to our advantage. So the first thing that I did is I understood that I was probably going to want to take some time off from schooling when our third child was born. And so we just did quite a bit throughout the summer. The beautiful thing about homeschooling year-round is it's actually pretty easy to get ahead. And so that's what we did. Also, just relax with your curriculum. We spent a lot of time just watching things like Magic School Bus or watching YouTube videos or watching things on Netflix, like nature documentaries, things like that. You can just be a little bit more laid back with what it is that you're doing every day in school. Spend some more time reading books. You don't have to sit there and do the structured curriculum like you're used to doing. Also, you can just stop altogether. It's seriously okay to take a break. Teachers at traditional school take maternity leave, and so you are allowed to take some maternity leave in your homeschool as well. Also, it's super important for your kids to just learn and spend time with the new addition to the family. Everybody kind of needs to go through this adjustment period, and so just let it happen. Number 2, consider year-round homeschooling. So even if you prefer the more traditional school year, maybe you school September through May, that's okay. Would you consider homeschooling year-round for just a season? So you don't have to always homeschool year-round, but what if just for the season leading up to baby being born and the season after baby being born, you did more of a year-round homeschool approach? The beautiful thing about homeschooling is you don't have to do it the same. Right now, we homeschool year-round, but tomorrow I could decide that we want to follow a more traditional school year. You can absolutely do that. Number 3, establish routines. Now, I am not saying get up at the same time every day, do the same thing every day. Because let's be real, you have a new baby, so that's not happening. I always joke that your baby does not care what you just wrote in your planner. What I'm saying is establishing routines. And we actually talk about this heavily in our Ultimate Mom Binder course. It's a free course that we offer on our Hope and Homeschool site. We've had hundreds of women go through it, and they've created their own Ultimate Mom Binders. And one of the sections of the Mom Binder is about establishing your routines. So we have morning routines and evening routines. Some people, if you're a stay-at-home mom, you could even have afternoon routines. But it's basically about the things that you absolutely want to achieve every single morning. And they don't have to be done by a certain time. As long as they're done by morning, and realistically, sometimes I'm completing one of my morning routines in the afternoon. It's okay. I won't tell your secret if you don't tell mine. But it's about establishing some healthy routines every single day. So maybe it's starting a load of laundry every morning. Maybe it's making sure you're taking your vitamins. Maybe it's giving yourself 15 minutes to just sit down. It can also be things like making sure that your dishes are done and having your sink cleaned out every single night. So just things that keep your house in order and keep your house out of chaos, daily habits that you want to do every day. It doesn't have to be a huge list. In fact, I encourage you to make it 3 morning things, 3 evening things right away, and then you can add to your list as you go. But establishing these routines is just super important. Number 4, delegate, delegate, delegate. Delegate is literally one of my favorite words. I am a huge fan of delegating. When our third daughter was born, I actually delegated a lot of things, including my laundry. I actually paid for a wash, dry, and fold service where my husband would take our laundry to them, and then the next day he would pick it up and it'd be washed, dried, and folded based on each member of our household, so all we had to do was put it away. It was magical. I also delegate things like grocery delivery. So our local grocery store, and if you have a Walmart in your area, they do it. More and more places are doing it. Maybe you have access to Instacart, but you can order your groceries online and either pick them up or even have them delivered to your house. We talk a lot in Kingdom Mom Coaching about the Proverbs 31 woman, and it says pretty clearly in Proverbs 31 that she had servant girls. It says she told her servant girls what to do. She delegated. Now, I'm not saying have servants, but what I am saying is she wasn't doing everything herself. She had servant girls doing things. I don't think the Proverbs 31 lady was necessarily doing her laundry, if you know what I'm saying. So now I do my own laundry now, but in that season, I delegated more heavily. I delegate stuff all the time. I delegate in my business. I have now 2 assistants that help me. I delegate things like editing this video. I'm not doing that. Somebody else is doing that for me. So there's lots of different things that you can delegate. Some people have a housekeeper come in once a week. Some people have somebody else do their laundry. Some people have somebody else mow their lawn. There are tons of things that you can delegate. Delegate them to your kids too. Number 5 is prep as much as you can beforehand. I'm talking meals. I'm talking homeschooling. I'm talking pay up your bills ahead of time. All of the things that you're not going to want to think about when that baby is born, do it beforehand. So before our 3rd baby was born, I prepped a ton of food. I had probably like 20 to 30 meals in my freezer ahead of time. And I put them this is not environmentally friendly, just FYI, but I put them in like those tin casseroles that you could then just throw away. Or I'd put them in like the plastic Ziploc bags that I could then just throw away. Because no dishes. Yes. It's amazing. But like if you have a side hustle or something like I do, prep as much as you can beforehand. So like if you want to still have a presence in your business when you're gone on maternity leave, like just batch a bunch of content beforehand so that you still have a presence, and then delegate that work out. Or in your homeschool, like batch up all of your stuff that you want to do. Like if you are concerned that you're going to get behind in math and that's going to stress you out, then like batch a whole bunch of math, like do 2 months worth of math in a month. And maybe you don't need to worry about history or reading or the stuff that you're ahead on, and then just focus on the thing that you're maybe feeling a little behind in, or that's going to stress you out if you get behind in, and just get ahead. It's all about reducing your mental load. So you want to not have to think about getting toilet paper and getting paper towels and when are you going to get this done and when are you going to get that done. The more that you can reduce your mental load when you have a new baby, the more you're going to be able to relax and sit in a rocking chair holding your newborn baby, which is exactly where you're supposed to be. So there you go. I hope that was helpful. Those are my top 5 tips for getting your homeschool ready ahead of time for homeschooling with a newborn. All right, hope you guys have a great day and God bless. Bye.